always felt very out of control whenever I'm playing. Like I freak out a lot, and so
Mhm.
I just end up not really thinking when I'm making decisions.
Mm, mhm. So it's kind of you think that you tend to be on autopilot quite a lot, like just maybe during the
Yeah,
games.
or I think I'm just very reactive. Or like
I
when things are
see.
going wrong, like
Mhm.
I just freak out, so I just kind of stop thinking and I just yeah, kind of like what you said, like autopilot, I just shoot whatever I see without really thinking about like who should I be targeting or if I should be backing off or where my team are.
Right, right. Yeah. That makes total sense to me. Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on how can you anticipate some sort of threats, maybe see what's happening in the field, so it's gonna be easier for you to not exactly react, but prepare. Yeah, be prepared, I guess. Okay.
Mm,
Let's go to the other things. Well, short-term goals is you don't know if you have a rank or goal, but just to be in more control, more informed when making snap decisions. That is a good goal. As a short term one, you just want to be able to communicate better, even when I'm freaking out, overwhelmed. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of connects to that previous point which you mentioned. Just making sure you're able to anticipate. Yeah, communication is the
mm,
part of it. Definitely. I don't think it's something we gonna maybe focus on a lot because most of the gameplay, more so just getting better. Especially at our rank currently. You mentioned it was around your rank was around bronze, right? Definitely something we're
yeah.
gonna keep an eye on is your performance first, your decisions, your positioning, your mechanics, and only later we can pay attention to communication. Maybe it's just not the most important to us. Let's put it this way. It's
Mm,
always more important to address the biggest problem first, kind of fix that first, and then see what we can do about the communication. Maybe. You think that you need to work on priority targets and team awareness. So team awareness again, like you mentioned, just being able to anticipate, yeah, be able to understand what's gonna happen on the field. Is that correct? Mm-hmm.
yeah. Or just because I've been playing a lot of Diva these days, so I'm usually like up front. So I don't really notice if I'm alone or, where my team members are. So sometimes I just get swarmed because I'm alone.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Okay. And target priority is just what should you be shooting? Is that correct? That's what you
So
meant.
yeah, like
Mhm.
I know I should be targeting the healers usually.
Oh, depends, but
But
yeah.
they're oftentimes really slippery for me to like continue shooting. Or they just have really high survivability.
Okay.
So I guess yeah, like knowing like how to rank priorities, I
hmm
guess. Like do I attack the DPS now or do I attack the healers? Just knowing
Yes.
when to target who. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Okay. That sounds good to me. Okay. So most likely our first session especially it's gonna be more focused on your decision. So I'm gonna be marking, checking target priority and awareness. Yeah, like you mentioned, just let's maybe I think mainly focus on those two topics here today. We'll think what we can lean towards more, but yeah. Definitely gonna see your gameplay as well based on that. Maybe is there something else to add? But probably target priority awareness is our first priority. Okay.
Nice.
Is there anything else would you like to mention? Maybe anything else you struggle with as well, or that's it?
I guess so because I am playing a lot more Diva these days,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I like just lose track of my targets, especially when I'm like ramming into them. I don't know if
Yeah,
there's
like
like a
you
specific
mentioned. Yeah.
thing I could do
Mhm.
to get better at that.
You can. Yeah, this is understanding. Again, is mostly, I guess, the part of just awareness, understanding
Mm.
where the targets are. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Okay, okay. Besides all of that, what you mentioned in the form, how many hours you play? Maybe 6 hours per week. Not a lot. Not a lot. Okay. Well, you potentially, if you can increase the amount of hours, I think it's gonna work even better. To be honest, again, because there are a lot of responsibilities. Yeah, it's understandable. There are a lot of
Mm,
responsibilities. You first of all might think about increasing the effectiveness of your practice. Yeah, try to do it this way, but I think it will not hurt as a learn-term improvement if you can maybe increase the amount of hours. That would definitely benefit. I think
mm.
something to keep an eye
Is there
on.
like is there a specific range that you would suggest?
Well, I usually suggest, if you can, like again, it's a per week. For the steady improvement, well, doing maybe around 10. You can do less, but 10 is usually like good minimum. It always
Mm,
feels like, but it really requires then at least, well, in your case, you're gonna be putting maybe 1 hour every day or so. Well, of course,
mm,
there are a lot of responsibilities in your case, right? So it's just something to think about. We're definitely gonna be
mm,
thinking about the effectiveness of your practice first. But yeah, usually if you can push it to 10, I think it works quite well. In my experience, actually, because I've been working, there have been a lot of players even just owning a restaurant or they have their own business. I think
mm.
even them, they've
Wow.
been quite. It's been it's been quite difficult for them to just play. Obviously, like even 10 hours. That's been quite a lot. But I think maybe doing 6, 7. At least in this range, but definitely not like 2, 3, or 4. I think that's maybe you definitely need to increase, go from more than 4 or 5. Make sure yeah you do this amount. Yeah, let's say for us just do at least 5, 7, 5, 7.
Okay.
See how it works because you mentioned
Mm,
it's 2 hours to 6 hours. Well, let's do 5 to 7. See if it works better, but.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah, all the improvements you have to do it steady as well. You don't have to instantly start playing a lot of hours. I think you just need to kind of
Mm,
do it step by step, see what works, and
mm,
this definitely helps. Okay, so I'm gonna be writing down for us a playtime, just
mm.
so I will not forget. 5, 7 hours. I'm writing down everything whatever we mentioned today. Most of the bullet points in the summary. I'm gonna send it to you as well, so you can kind of keep the list right in front of you.
Okay,
So it's
awesome.
gonna be
Yeah.
easy. Okay. I think everything else makes sense. Just well, overall, your goals, yeah, all that makes sense to me. I think what we can do at this point then is to take a look at your gameplay and start with one of your games, whatever you like. Yeah, do you have any replays we can start with? I see that you sent me one actually that's been some days ago. Is that a good one for us to start with?
We could look at that one. I
Hmm.
think I've been playing a couple other ones more recently,
Right.
so I could send you some more recent ones if you
Up to
want.
you. Yeah, if you again prioritizing where you've been doing well, or where you tried your best, but it was kind of close game, I think would be the best for us to look at. Also, good
Mm,
indicator for a good game is whenever you have really long game, whenever you have really long match, you can also
mm,
send it to me.
okay. Um, there's this one. I think this one was a pretty long one. Share the code, copy.
Okay,
Okay.
let's take a look. I'm screen sharing currently. Can you see my
Okay.
stream just fine?
Uh, stream.
Hmm.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Well, is there, well, do you have any specific questions maybe before we start as well?
Mm, specific
Yeah,
questions.
and about anything.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Okay, and we can start. Okay. Actually, something to look at is your hero pool. I didn't look at that yet. Okay, with your hero pool. You mentioned that these days you play a lot of Diva, so it's just kind of most of your time, like maybe 80% of your time, I assume, just most of your time you play Diva, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other role or character you play as well?
So I used to play exclusively support. And I used to play a lot of Kiriko. I used to play a lot of Ana.
Mhm.
Those were the kind of the two main ones. For DPS, I only ever really dabbled in like May
I see.
because
I
I feel
see.
like I don't really
I
have to
see.
aim with May. I just kind of spray and pray. um, and then I know for tank, I was like really afraid of playing tank, so I've never played tank until recently. Diva was definitely kind of the only one that I've
Mhm.
touched. I've played a little bit of Orisa, but that's about it.
Mhm. Do you enjoy playing Diva?
I do, yeah. I think she's a lot of fun. I love
Nice.
that I don't have to reload with her, so I don't have to worry about her ammo.
That.
And I love how mobile she is.
Right.
I
Right.
love being able to like DM my team members and things like that too.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. That makes sense to me. Now let's take a look. I just kind of see maybe this first fight or maybe a couple fights and see what we can focus on initially. Yeah, what is that initial scene we're gonna be leaning towards? Probably again awareness, target priority, but that might be anything. Okay, so
Mm.
starting with because yeah, I think that's a good start. If we're thinking about the awareness, right? We're thinking about just anticipating what you're gonna be doing on the field. What's your thoughts here? Maybe you look at your team, okay? You look at this map. Maybe starting with what is that space you're gonna be fighting for? Yeah, where are you gonna be fighting? What's your thoughts?
Uh, what am I thinking of? Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I guess I'm just thinking of like getting to the point as fast as I
Okay.
can.
What is the fastest rotation for you to take to get on the point here?
Oh yeah, I have no idea. I've never really thought about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I guess it would be that route that you took just now with the camera, like to the right.
Yeah, I'm just instinctively, I guess,
Yeah.
doing that. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so you kind of want to find the shortest route, yeah, usually because you want to get in the fight
Mm,
and you want to be in the front line kind of as soon as possible.
mm,
Definitely do that. Of course, there are options, I think, to also maybe do this kind of rotation, but it's just, again, I'm anticipating what is that more advantageous space I want to fight for. If we're looking at this map, let me just maybe separate this on three locations. Okay, I'm just gonna say
mm,
this is gonna be middle location. This is gonna be middle location here. I'm gonna call it 2. There's gonna be left location 1, and the second location, the third one is gonna be on the right side. Okay, if we know the shortest rotation us coming from A, the enemy most likely because it's a mirror. Yeah, you usually
mm,
come from the same direction. Maps are flashpoints, and usually King of the Hill maps they're kind of mirrored. You can expect the enemies from kind of the same direction, just the opposite, right?
mm.
But then look at this here. What is that a more advantageous space you should be fighting for at this point? When we're thinking about this point here, yeah. Uh, any suggestions? Yeah, maybe leaning towards the 1, 2, 3. What's better for you as a diva?
Uh, Probably 3 and 1, just
Mm-hmm.
because it's high ground.
Okay, I like it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for our positions, yep, I'm just gonna be thinking advantageous spots. Yeah, I'm gonna be calling like your yeah, let's say your angle control. For now, I'm just gonna say you need to take some sort of high ground. I think this is kind of beneficial because you can always get in, get out real quick. You also have this small options to if I'm controlling maybe this area, I can also stand over here. Yeah, I can stand the high ground.
Wow, I didn't know you could stand up there.
Right,
Whoa.
right, right. But why it's important to us, why we taking the high ground, it can be beneficial to you because it also gives you vision. It gives you vision on what's happening in the field, right? If we want to fix our awareness, you definitely have to position on those spots. Okay, so I'll gotta maybe take those more. I'm gonna call those power positions. Okay, power positions to check your awareness, to fix
Mm,
the awareness. Yeah, I can always see what my team is doing, what the enemy is doing. Okay,
mm,
but together you also need to take shortest rotation, and we can see kind of you actually start on this more advantageous spot. But yeah, I think this is even better to you. Yeah, generally speaking,
mhm,
if I take more verticality as a diva, why not? Yeah,
mhm,
I can definitely stay
mhm,
there and potentially scout, look around, see what's happening. Okay, now another part is something you mentioned, when you're not sure when to attack, yeah, like the part of awareness. It's just when I'm attacking, my team is not around, yeah, maybe I'm by myself as well, like you
Mhm.
mentioned. Okay, so when you do this, when before shooting the Winston, what you should be checking for in order to make sure that you apply pressure at the right time, yeah, like just before, yeah, before you start doing something actively, shoot the Winston. Is there anything you should be scouting for right now?
I guess where his team would be.
Sure. That's good thought process. Okay, okay. So we can scout that. Okay. Mm,
And I
what?
guess where my team is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, exactly, exactly. Like, see now, when you're attacking, uh, can your team do something actively at this point of
Yeah,
time?
not really.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
okay, okay. So see, like, this is something you're gonna keep an eye on then. Yeah, just understand where your team is, make sure they are active. Okay, if your team is active, then you can attack as well. It's just us keeping an eye on, well, maybe my Ash is ready to do something, my Anne is ready to do something, maybe Larry, they're also able to do something. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, maybe it's not again the really bad location for you to start with. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Um, you have some potential to work with this area. It's just maybe, yeah, fundamentally, at least making sure your team is around before doing all of this. So
Mm,
they can time the aggression with you. Okay,
mm,
now let's keep going. Okay, so now we got the Moira, got the Winston. Eventually, that's good. And it turned out okay for you. I think generally speaking, the fight went well. Yeah, they didn't have one member actually. This fight there was a guy missing.
mm.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
one. He was missing, but it's okay. Yeah, they can take advantage of that. Okay, now the fight is about to start. Okay. Mm, what we can scout for? Yeah, again, what's your thoughts? Any information you can get, so it's gonna be easier for you to understand what to do the next time. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Gosh, I don't know. I just kind of wait until I see the enemy and then I just start shooting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. So it's just, is there something you can anticipate? Yeah, by if we think about their composition, maybe, yeah, is there anywhere you expect them to be? Is there anywhere you expect them to walk? mm, Maybe starting with, we can always break it down, yeah. Let's say we'll look at the Kiri, yeah, we'll look at the surgeon, yeah. Where do you expect them to walk, generally speaking?
Um, I don't know. I think I've always just assumed that people would come in through like these upper windows or these
Mm-hmm.
upper like doors.
Right, right, right.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, okay, I guess at your level, let's put it this way, so it's not gonna be too much in depth because we don't have to. We can always simplify. Yeah, let's try to at least expect people to come out of the shortest rotation which they can take. Yeah, so I'm expecting most of these guys to, because this is the shortest rotation they can take. I expect them to come through here. Yeah, you can
Mm-hmm.
definitely keep an eye on just advantages of each hero, what they do, like maybe specifying the ability, yeah, from what kind of range they do damage. For example, the Bastion can shoot from really far. The Winston is gonna get close to somebody. So that is something you can anticipate and think
Mm-hmm.
about. Okay, if this guy's gonna jump in, how should I position? Or if I know the Bastion, he can apply pressure from long range distance. Um, that is something I can keep an eye on. Yeah, but this is something you can spend your time at. Yeah, just let's just maybe think about how enemy is applying pressure. Yeah, you can definitely answer this question. Big helper is because it's looking at the enemy composition. I think you can do this a little bit more of pressing tab and just check. Yeah, press tab before the fight and identify um, what the where do you expect the enemy? Yeah, where they're gonna be? Yeah, where they're gonna be?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So I understand how they apply pressure. Then it makes it easy for you. It's just all of this is kind of universal. All of this node set, so you can apply it anywhere. Okay, you find the Moira. Go after Moira there. Okay, so what's your thoughts when they go after the Moira? See, it's kind of because we mentioned we need most of our team around. Yeah, we need most of the time to make sure when we attack, your team is able to attack. Are they able to
Mm.
attack the Moira with you now in a way? Like, are they able to do something actively?
No, I guess now that I'm looking at the replay, it looks like there were maybe. Oh, actually, no, I'm red, right? I'm team red
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
red. You're red. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I guess not. Yeah, the only one that's kind of seeing what I'm doing is,
Mm-hmm.
oh, maybe the Ashe a little bit, but
Yeah,
she's like
maybe.
kind of far.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the Genji,
Mm-hmm.
but Genji, I guess, is kind of surrounded by people as well, so it'd be kind of tough for him.
Right, right, right. So this is what I think. Then you need to really use this downtime. Yeah. So we can maybe separate this on two sections. Yeah. What do you do before the fight? What do you do in the middle of the fight? And then think, how do you do your scouting properly? So once you've done this initial pressure, you made some expectations where the enemy is gonna come from. Yeah. But now you do this active pressure, and that's where a lot of players they kind of lose the awareness, right? So before you start applying pressure on this Winston, before you start flying in, yeah, actively on something, yeah, I'm flying in towards the Moira. Do you have do you notice any specific downtime moment? So let's just kind of I'm gonna play this clip and say, is there a moment when you have the downtime, when you could be scouting, checking for what your team is doing?
A moment for downtime.
Right.
Uh,
Downtime when you do not do any active pressure, yeah. Like if you notice this,
hmm.
yeah, like this is active pressure to me, yeah. When you use the rockets, yeah, I actively shoot the Winston right in the face because my range is really short range as a diva. You want to get really close. That makes sense to me. But notice, is there a moment when you do not do as much active pressure? Just when I'm
Yeah,
playing
I
this.
guess like around here, really.
Right here. Exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever you find this moment, yeah, when you're not applying active pressure, your emphasis should be on scouting and getting information. So you're gonna be setting up and applying pressure correctly later. So let's put it this way: it's okay for you to shoot now, right? It's just we need to put more emphasis on scouting. Still, it's you might even notice even at the pro level, yeah, obviously the pro player they're gonna be scouting at this specific moment of downtime a little bit more, yeah, because they need to understand what to do next. But it just kind of not really shows, yeah. It's not they're not really telling you that they're doing that. It's just they keep shooting and it feels like they're constantly applying pressure. But in reality, I really highly suggest take your time and stay patient. Stay patient when you cannot do active pressure. And now is the moment when maybe you can hide around the corner, check what's happening, and then apply pressure. Yeah, maybe take your good time to think about something before doing this action right away. Yeah, don't feel rushed. Yeah, you don't have to always do damage. It's you need to slow down, I think. Well, let's put it this way: it's fine to do damage, but your emphasis should be on scouting, because if you don't, then you're going by yourself, and then you're exposed to what, 5 members? Yeah, like there's well, four
Yeah.
members on the enemy.
Mhm.
That's really hard, right? And you're losing a lot of
Mhm.
HP, and then you're out of the mech.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does all of it make sense, or any questions?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Makes sense. Okay, perfect. Let's keep going. I wouldn't focus on target priority that much. I think, yeah, it really feels like awareness should be our main topic, just understanding, how do I get information? And this is the most important, actually. A lot of people, they don't get it right, because if you, well, information is everything, you know? You get the info, you're able to actually set up, you're able to apply pressure right away. A lot of people, they don't get it, this concept right. Okay, now, this is the moment of downtime.
Mm.
What should you be doing? This is the moment
So
of before the fight. Yeah.
scouting.
Okay. So you can scout kind of. We mentioned you can scout enemy. That was one enemy. What they gonna be doing, and you can also scout your team, right? You can just before doing all of this look around and check. I'm seeing this situation. Okay. You notice all of this here. What's your thoughts? after this, after you've seen all of this, yeah, maybe let's pretend we know where everybody is
Yeah.
now. You can see them through the wall. What should you be doing with your position right after?
Probably just waiting for my team to gather up first.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, because two people are still pretty spread out, and Anna is kind of hurt too.
Okay, okay, okay. But where do you wait exactly? Do you just kind of wait here? Yeah. What is that location you're gonna be
Um,
setting up at?
I don't know, but I think I would want to get closer to my team so that I can maybe help protect them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Let's think about it actually, because when we're scouting, you can understand where you take a fight based on that. When you helping your team as a tank, what is your main job as a tank? What are you looking to do?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Well, what's your
Uh,
thoughts? What are you good at as a tank?
I can eat damage, so I can like eat like alts and stuff. I can eat
Right.
things that other people can't really eat, I guess. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
mobile, so I can like pounce on certain enemies that are like already really low.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm good at maybe like separating certain people. I can get in the way of certain
Mm-hmm.
teams so they become separated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's all I can
Yeah.
think of.
Yeah. I think all of it is good. I usually would like to simplify all of this to saying, as a tank, you really want to actively take space on the map and make sure you absorb the enemy's attention while your team is taking advantage of that. Yeah, so you're
Mm,
more absorbing the pressure. Okay, so
mm.
it's not necessary for you a lot of times to also kind of stuck with your team as well. You can be somewhere else as soon as you're confident. Yeah, whenever you're confident in what space you take in a fight, you should be okay. And once you down all this information, checking, looking around, you can apply pressure accordingly. I think this is really important as our first priority, making sure you let's say you apply pressure. Yeah, let's say this, because protecting your team is important, but putting the pressure is even more important, because you need to bait an enemy team to shoot you. Okay, you need to bait them to do something. So accordingly to this information, if you're trying to bait out the enemy to shoot you, what your position should be looking like? What's your thoughts?
Baiting them to attack me.
Yeah, so your team can use
Um,
that at this point. Yeah, most of your team can use that.
yeah, I guess yeah, I would just go closer then, right, to the
Yeah,
gate.
yeah, you go closer, but see, you gotta be careful, right? You gotta be careful watching. Okay, when I'm exchanging most of my resources, I gotta make sure that most of my team they able to do something. Yeah, so I maybe don't want to even apply as much early pressure and kind of fly in when it's not necessary. I only want to do that when mm, most of your team is there. Well, at least most of the time. Yeah, this is what you wanna look at. So if I do this, okay, like did I scout that my team can do something? If they can, then I go in and apply pressure. Of course, sometimes there are gonna be moments when one of your teammates die, maybe they go and bite themselves, but it's okay. I think as long as you synchronize your pressure around most of your team. Yeah, okay, most of my team is there ready to attack. I attack as well. That's good to me.
Mm.
Yep, that's what I would focus on, really, like making sure, okay, I'm doing something, and my team is able to do something as well, and use the moments of downtime to like actively scout and check what's happening. Okay, this is okay. I'm just gonna give you this another perspective, yeah, because I mentioned I can do scouting information first, identify where the fight is gonna be, and apply pressure there. Yeah. Now, for what kind of space your team is able to fight, it feels like what is that space they set up to fight at? In a way.
Maybe at the ramp that's like in front of me.
Yeah, yeah, this now it feels like this, yeah. Maybe they can extend their pressure towards this, let's call it like a yellow space here, right?
Mm.
Maybe later. But now, because they're only able to do pressure in this blue area, right? And your
Mm.
idea is to distract enemy, absorb the attention in this blue, yeah, in this exact space where they're effective, right? But see, like,
Mm.
because is there anybody to shoot in the blue area?
No.
No, not anybody. Okay, so what should you be doing in this case?
Maybe actually just going around the dome,
Exactly.
like from the top side. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I do. So see, whenever you your team cannot do active pressure, yeah, like let's say for
Mm.
whatever reason, they can't do something, I invest my time into setup. I invest my time into getting better position, and I can go around even this way. This is fine, yeah. And you kind of giving them more time to kind of get the angles ready, yeah, get their
Mm.
um maybe Nate ready, maybe Alawi pressure
Mm.
ready, maybe Genji's get closer as well. So definitely, yeah, you don't have to waste all your resources like right away, yeah. Even
Mm.
flying in from here, it's not as distracting if you compare it to this, yeah. I can do similar amount of
Mm.
pressure, well, not similar, but even higher amount of pressure, and this is gonna be much
Mm.
more distracting with the enemy team. Just you're gonna be absorbing a lot of attention.
Mm.
That's how I could think maybe about it. Yeah. hmm Can do something if my team is not active. Once I'm done something, then try to set up. hmm yeah. So see, like now you have the moment of downtime. My team can do much. I wanna take the best position possible. Simply, I wanna do go somewhere where I can be effective. Go after surgeon. What's your thoughts?
Saw that she was alone, so I thought,
Hmm.
oh, maybe I can kill her.
Mm-hmm. I think this is good. So you see, like we're adding a little bit more layers. Usually you attack when most of your team is ready, or
Mm-hmm.
you can attack when you see somebody isolated. I think
Mm.
you're really good at
Mm.
it. So if someone is isolated, attack. Yeah, I think this is fine. That's a good. That's a good direction. Like the surgeon, she's kind of isolated, so yeah, why not? I definitely keep an eye on first what my team is doing as well. So I'm checking and confirming. Are they able to do decent amount pressure? If yes, maybe you can help them as well to like apply the same pressure on the area. Yeah, maybe see somebody's even more killable there. Okay, you guys have to reset here. They're using using some
Mm.
ults and then lose some members here. That's alright. No. And reset and do similar thing. Again, you're scouting, you're checking what's happening. Okay, you have this moment before the fight, and then you take the best position possible. So see, like now, your team is not able to apply pressure. You can spend some time into thinking what is that angle to take. What do you think about this angle? Actually, is it a good one?
Uh, I guess it wouldn't be because it's like low ground. But I guess it's also like creating a little bit of an off angle
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of my
Hmm.
team because I'm
Okay.
kind of like shooting at their back, like their attention is kind of
Right.
the other way.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think my thought process here though was just, oh, my Alari is here, so I should go with her so she doesn't die.
Hmm. Yeah, you see, I guess your thought process should be try to do more proactive thinking through not how I stuck with the team, but try to apply your own pressure on this area with them, and because you do, then your Alari is not gonna die, maybe, yeah. Because like from here, okay, if we're gonna be honest, are you doing any effective damage at this range?
Yeah, no, not really.
Not as much, right? So we need to think about the ways to help Larry through pressure first. This is, of course, fine to try to matrix anybody who's active, but I think your first priority always should be how can I set up my own pressure? Okay. So what are the ways for you? What are the maybe better angles so you get an effective range distance as well? What's your
Mm.
opinion?
I guess if I'm already here, I could kind of make my way up to the bridge.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
I could have gone like the original route where you
Yeah,
just
even
kind of
this.
already end
Yeah.
up on the bridge.
Yep,
Yeah.
even this. Yeah, maybe you can take, if you like taking slide off angle, sure, you can do it from here, but with your positioning, because you're trying to be effective, yeah, and you can also maybe use more time when you can do something. Okay, you can do
Mm.
something, get a setup. But get in a short range. Yeah, get short range position. Okay, this is something you need to take advantage of. Um, so it can be even this. But just be careful. See, like when I do this pressure, I need this other variable. Yeah, most of my team is ready. Yeah, most of my team is ready, and I'm at the best position possible. This kind of short range position somewhere. I think it's gonna be really beneficial. Now it's just not the best time. Yeah. Now your team is in and you're out. Actually, you see, like, there's a blade. And just maybe not able to be as active. Okay, I'm thinking we got over mostly scouting. What we can do actually, we can do a game if you like and try to apply this. What's your thoughts? Or yeah, if you're ready to play, of course.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can try. Can try. Just simple idea on making sure you scout. Yeah, making sure you have this use this moments of downtime in the right way.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
will you be like live coaching my game?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna be focused. Well, a lot of people they do it in a way like they give you 1,000 tips during the live. I don't think it's that effective. You can really learn during the live. I think you need to more focus on what we learned now. So on the specific habits, and this is something you can pick. Just one habit. What is that habit you can be focusing on during the live?
Um, well, guess better positioning for sure. I
Mm-hmm.
think I need to learn my maps a little better so that I know like
Mm-hmm.
which routes to take for the better positioning. And I think also I really loved what you were talking about with just like where is the fight gonna happen, and then I guess
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
making sure you're
Mm-hmm.
actually there.
Okay.
Like when you were talking about the pit and everyone was kind of like gathered at the back of the pit, and then I like dove into them instead of like going around.
Right.
So I think I'll try that
Mm-hmm.
to kind of see like where the fight is taking place, and then trying to maybe create some sort of a different angle. Um,
Yep.
Soaking up the damage. I'm not sure how I would apply that because I feel like I die really easily as diva if I'm like not careful. Um, but I guess maybe even just like taking a different position and just by by virtue of me being in a different place, I think
Mhm.
can be really distracting. Um, so I could try that, like try focusing on those.
Okay. Yeah, I think let's do let's focus more on checking where your team is consistently.
Mm,
Yeah, so you just
mm,
scouting where most or what most of them do and predict where the fight is gonna take place. Yeah, and
mm,
do
mhm.
everything accordingly. Let's just focus on that. Again, it's usually the best if we work on one habit at a time. Is it sounds good to you?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. See if you're able to screen share. Yeah. See. Yeah, I think it should be possible here.
Uh, here.
Okay, let's take a look.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah. I see it now. Yeah, I think it's working
Okay.
just fine. If you're fine with, well, even competitive, this is okay. If you're not, maybe you're not warmed up. We can also do quick play. Mm, it's
Doesn't
really,
matter.
yeah.
This
What?
will be my first game of the day, though.
Let's do quick play. That's okay. That's a quick play. So it's
Okay.
like not too much pressure as well. I think it's better. Usually when you're gonna be practicing later, though, whenever you have your well, just your times of practice. Try to definitely lean towards competitive the most of the time. So you're gonna be in more effective environment. Yeah, it's kind of just looking to learn all these habits. It's better there because you
Mm,
actually gonna be you're gonna be learning the habits and getting instant feedback. Let's put it this way. It's not because in quick play a lot of times people they do their own thing. They may be not punishing you for bad play as well. So it might be conflicting sometimes when you try to
okay.
learn something. Yeah, it's gonna might be difficult. Okay, so let's just focus on scouting our team, checking where they are, and fight for the exact space where they can be active. That's it. Mhm. Okay, so think about it. Where are you gonna take the fight now at this point?
A lot of people kind of stand here.
Yeah, but don't forget to scout and check where most of your team is. Yeah, it's always dependent on your location of the fight. Always dependent on where most of your team is. So see, okay, it feels like they're gonna be ready to fight the gates. So make sure you set up accordingly to kind of fight this area. But you don't have to be stacked with your team. You can also fly somewhere the better position. Okay, that's good. Check if your team is ready before applying pressure. Now, once you check,
Oh.
that's fine. You can maybe give up some space because you lost 2 members. Okay, identify the area where you're taking a fight. And make sure you set up your effective pressure there. Exactly. Nice, good. Take your time. Just, that's alright. Usually see, if you maybe low on resources, try to see if there's possibility for you to like play behind the cover, behind the wall. It's definitely even gonna be even more beneficial.
Alright, the game is like so loud.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
get it.
hard for me to hear.
I get it. That's alright. Okay, look around, check where your team is, identify the location. Right. So probably maybe in front of this gate. So make sure you set up accordingly. A little bit too far. You in front of it. Okay. It's okay. Okay, what I want you to do next, try to, once you identify the area, try to find a good short range off angle somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
So you're not just stacked with your team, yeah, because it seems like you're stacked with your team a little bit too much. Try to understand the area and take an off angle, short range off angle, simply.
Rip.
Ah, that's okay.
Oh no! Oh, rip.
Take your time, you can just reset, they kind of snowball on you, so... Yeah, at this point, just make sure you reset properly. Make sure you reset, identify the area, and set up with this short range off angle. That's it. Okay, your team is not ready, so take your time and set up. Take your time. If they're not doing anything, set up. You need to get in a position.
Where do they spawn from?
If when you
There they are.
yeah. Yeah, when you this situation, because they got bad spawn, they kind of in the back. That's that's good. You usually kind of go back all this way where the card is moving towards. Yeah, like this is where your team is coming from. Yeah, exactly. Like they were coming from here. Okay. That's alright. take your time, reset, see again. Make sure you confirm though. Look around a little bit more. I don't think we actually looked maybe before applying pressure. Make sure you look and check. Look and check with your team.
Like, what am I? So when I see where my team are, like, what am I even checking? So I see where they are,
You
and then
check
what am
in
I
the
doing with
space.
that information?
Yeah, you set up accordingly to where your team is taking the fight. You set up to fight there, yeah? So see, like now, the space is gonna be right behind this corner. So set up short range off angle. Yes, this is better. Yes, exactly. This is good. Okay. That's what we wanna do. Yep. Okay. And repeat the same process. Your team and setup first. A little bit too far. Your team is not there. You're gonna maybe die. Yep. So see, it's constantly, yeah, we're checking our team, checking the space, right? We understand the space, and you set up first. Don't fight right away, yeah? Make sure you set up to fight. You don't have to fly in instantly. Take your time. You can farm your mech now. Just usually actively shoot the corner where they expect the enemy to come from. That's fine. Okay, set up first before applying pressure. No. A little bit too far. Your team is not ready there. Check with them. Yeah, see? Okay, now they are. And now you do pressure. Okay. And check your team. So it's constant checking, yeah.
Oh.
It's alright, happens. You can try to reset. That's good. Try to get Anna first, usually. That's alright. Nice. Okay. You can keep pushing. Your team is pushing up, so you can as well. Okay. Try to reset. You a little bit too far there. Okay. This is good position for you. It's either high ground or this left corner. Kind of let them in slightly.
Where'd the bomb go?
It's high. It's high right there.
Oh, cool.
See if your team is ready before fighting. Always. Okay. So see, like now you can fight for this corner. Okay. Still play a little bit slow. You lost some of the members.
Oh, she's following me.
Okay. Nice. Ash behind you. Okay.
She was behind me. That's crazy.
That's fine. Yeah, I just heard the sounds, and that's it.
Wow.
Okay, you can keep pushing because your team is active there as well. Again, space,
Okay.
and then setup and pressure. Setup and pressure. Okay, now they're not ready. There, you gotta check, yeah. Make sure you set up. Don't fight. Just make sure you set up to apply the pressure. Okay. Don't have to shoot constantly. Okay. Now let the enemy in. Stay patient. Stay patient. Let them in and then shoot. Alright. Alright. This is fine. This guy was isolated. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Don't fight. Take your time. Reset your resources. So see, you just need to be slightly more patient there. So see, you not necessarily have to shoot constantly, right? You just mostly want to make sure most of your pressure is gonna be on the space where your team is active. So you're not gonna get forced to use your resources before. Alright. Okay, that was good MP. Maybe get a kill. Okay, reset. Careful.
Oof.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So I think we can use this replay here and just go over mostly your position accordingly to the scouting information here, because and you've been even asking, oh, what do I do with this information? Maybe where do I can position effectively, right? So we can go over that. Can you send me the code?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But you definitely did check for your team more. I think it feels like, yeah, we looked around as well. There've been definitely like better times when your team is active. You're being active as well because of it. This is definitely something you should be looking for. Okay. I'm just gonna go over the second step, such as your setup. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we get. What we got. All right. Okay. So even right at the start, yep. I kind of mentioned with your position, you can take those more of a short range off angles, right? That is something you can can try to play out. Okay, if we think about this information here, which we got so far, all of your team they're ready to fight. What kind of space? What is that space they're setting up to fight currently?
They want to fight like way forward, like near the
Way
spawn.
forward, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we set up our short range off angle, where you gonna be in this case?
Uh, I could be where Bab is, but that's pretty dangerous.
Mm-hmm. And see, this is also middle
Um,
position. Yeah, if we understand the off angle is the position where you're away from your core, so you're not exactly stuck with them. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to be.
mhm,
Yeah, you always want to absorb the attention and kind of maybe even turn the enemy's attention around as a diva a lot of times. Okay,
mhm.
you don't have to be exactly stuck on your core to do that. Okay, is there
I mean,
any?
I could be in the little room that's to the northeast. Is it east? Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
But that's also really dangerous, and if I need to get out, I would need to fly over the enemy
mm-hmm.
team.
Okay.
Um,
Well, yeah, yeah. There are possibilities. I think there are multiple possibilities. Yeah, you can maybe use this room. Okay, maybe you can even use this one. Right? It's
mhm,
just there are definitely multiple possibilities. Maybe even using this high gun. But you know what? I would like you to try to lean towards is to think about taking this more. I'm just gonna write it down here. Not just only using short range position, but using 180 angle as a diva. So kind of turn the enemy attention around a little bit more because you got mobility. So let's say my team is attacking from A, I can always attack from B and turn the attention around a little bit more. Of course, there is not strict rule, but why it works because I apply pressure on the same area with them. So what I do by applying pressure with B, well, first of all, I can always fly towards my team anytime and matrix them. There's one, and second, you split the enemy's resources, you split the attention because if they if they look at you, they are not looking at your team. If they look at your team, then you're free to do your own pressure. But why it works? Because your team can support you still. They can support you with any resource. Okay, they can. always heal you up. They can always do some abilities basically in the same space with you. Does it make sense?
I guess, but
Hmm.
for some reason I'm really skeptical that I'll be healed there. Maybe it's just because I don't trust the
Why not?
healers.
Why not? Cannot Bab heal you from here?
I I guess he can.
Yeah,
I don't
that's it.
know.
That's what you're looking for. You just want
Yeah.
to simplify it to this. You need to do the most effective pressure possible, and it's a short range off angle 180. That is another rule you can also add. That's it. You're just not able to do anything if we kind of stuck here and apply pressure from reader fire. That's what I mean, I
Mm,
guess. And you could see it like you're not absorbing as much attention. Your team is fighting the spawn room, yeah? How possibly I can absorb the initial attention when my torp is getting attacked here? Yeah, it's not possible from the position where you are.
mm,
That's why I'm leaning towards here. Imagine Winston looks at me when I attack. He's not looking at my torp. My torp is able to go in, and the rest of my team as well. I think ideally here you would be waiting. Yeah, stay patient. Again, it's you don't have to shoot all the time. Not
mm,
important to you. Your emphasis should be on attacking when most of your team is ready. So we need to be learning about patience more. Of course,
mm,
you will notice there are gonna be times when you can poke early. That is alright, but um, n- not your emphasis. Stay patient rather. Stay patient. So
mm,
you need to. So you'll be attacking when the the team is ready. So see, like,
mm,
if I wait, Winston jumps in. What if I attack him now? Perfect. I can just execute him from this area, and the rest of my team they stand still while they really open. This is definitely not top of 100 rank, right? They maybe not the best position possible, but at least I'm taking advantage of this place in the best possible way. So, um, setting up my own pressure. Yep. This is it. And you also mentioned something
mm.
like going after backline is beneficial. Yeah, what if I find a good opening to go on the backline? And again, it's easier done from this position, right? So
Mm.
imagine this Ash standing still. You just rush her, kill her real quick, and then you go back. Yeah, I mean, it just as an example. Maybe if she's isolated or something. Okay, so this is one
Mm.
example here. Let's find you more examples later along the way. Well, it's just okay. Same idea. This gates. Imagine you have your full team ready. Well, I think you will actually. Yeah, you kind of do. Okay. What is that location you're taking a fight on?
Uh,
You
could fly up like near what's his name? The big punchy guy.
yeah, Ramatra. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
like
Th-
the
I
high
I like
ground
the
there.
thinking. I like yeah, I like this. I like this. Okay. This is one of the options. Uh it's even a possibility on this map for you to stand here, by the way. You can literally stand on this pillar.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So see again,
Cool.
same idea, same concept, 180 angle from behind, and I'm applying
Mm.
pressure on the same area, and the area is this
Mm.
this turn. Yeah, it's gonna be mostly
Mm.
maybe even this here. So you're not taking unnecessary early pressure from far range like you play a sniper character. Yeah, you're not the sniper as do, right? So you always need to scout. Okay, I'm
Mm.
scouting and then setting up first. That's what I guess your emphasis should be on always set up first and then only then attack. Yeah, you don't have to attack right away because a lot of times you kind of stand, and then you attack instantly. Yeah, you kind of maybe skip the setup step. Yeah, imagine you have the best position possible here and you just find good opening. Yeah, being patient, and then
Mm.
attack. I think it's more beneficial in your case. Okay.
Mm.
So just patience. Okay, I'm also writing down patience. Yeah, maybe like be patient. Be patient. Attack. Attack later. Okay. Does all of it make sense so far, or any questions?
I think it makes sense. So, okay, so for
Uh huh.
the setup part, so I'm scouting, I'm seeing where they're coming from, I'm seeing if my team is ready to fight. And then for the setup part, would that mostly just be me like trying to take the 180 position?
Yep.
Um,
Yep. I would
okay,
do that. Yeah. For now, yeah, that's
okay.
gonna be enough. Yeah, we're gonna see how the progress is gonna be. Obviously, we have multiple sessions, so yeah, should be alright. But yep, for now, this is what I would do. Um, really really important. Yeah, just if I can do something as well again, and there was the downtime when your team was coming back from spawn, I can always invest into getting better position on the map. Can always kind of have better spot. See, like, this is really uncomfortable as well, right? You just attack from the same spot, and by the way, when you stack with your team, you're not making not making their life easy. It's gonna be harder for them to survive because a lot of the attention goes to you because you frontlining. So for
Mm,
this diva and maybe even Ash, their crosshair gonna be right at where you fight. So it's like this place here. And
mm,
if you're there, then, well, there's also a high chance for them to hit the rest of your team. So it's
mm,
not really
mm,
saving them. Yeah, stacking with your
mm,
team is actually kills them a lot of
mm,
times. And you can see it in the case with Ramato as well. Ramato running on you and the rest of the team. Huh. So it becomes difficult. Okay, let's see. Maybe here, the next point. Okay. Now, well, this is a little bit complicated one. Well, not really complicated. It's just there's downtime. Your team is usually whenever they get bad spawn, they get spawned here. It's just the map knowledge. Here, when you out on this spawn, yeah, it's usually you spawned here because you close to fight. Whenever you fight for this second point, okay. But now you got the enemies got the objective, so now you spawn
mm,
further. You spawn further away.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
So something to keep an eye on.
mm.
So I think, well, maybe this is definitely not most not most ideal. You can take your time, maybe fly somewhere to the better angle, find better spot, and
Yeah, I
then
remember just being so confused there. I was like,
it's
"What? I'm in
okay.
an empty room? How did I get here?"
That's okay. Okay, now your team is here. Feels like
Mm.
you guys are gonna be fighting for the space. In, near the card. Okay, where do you set up?
Um, Gosh. Well, most of the team it's outside of the building. Like the enemy team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a fight could potentially happen where I am, like in that little room.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only one that's really shooting my team is the tank.
Mm, so again, is this room here?
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like the enemy team is kind of going into that room.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just
But then I guess
yeah.
my team, I guess like they're not there at all.
Right. Right. Is there a possibility for you to set up 180 pressure somehow?
Oh. Um.
Because your team is fighting for yellow currently, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So what are
Oh,
your
I guess
options?
yeah, I could fly. Okay, yeah, I could fly behind the Ramatra.
You
So
can.
towards
Yeah, can.
like behind the almost behind like the circle thing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you can. You can, but be careful. Yeah, see, if you do it now, right? It's not the best time for you to maybe do that, right? You need to kind of make sure that your team, most of them, they're able to be active, right? They're able to be active, and they only active in this yellow space now. Well, maybe you can kind of extend it towards this here. So that is something you have to keep an eye on, but make sure they able to do decent pressure. Yeah, so not instantly flying in. I guess. Well, what do you think about actually? Because there's nothing to do. You cannot you cannot maybe apply too early pressure because the team is not ready. What do you think about sitting on the high ground and waiting for the opportunity, better opportunity? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, yeah. I think this it's really again really correlates with what I mentioned before. Like you can make the connections. You need to be more patient. Yeah, be more patient.
Mm,
Attack later when it matters.
mm,
Just if I'm sitting up here and I'm letting the enemy walk, it's even better than just constantly shooting them. Like you constantly shoot them here
mm.
again in a space where your team is not able to do much. You don't have to. Be patient and even hiding somewhere and sneaking is it can be quite beneficial. Yeah, I definitely think so. Okay. Okay, so eventually we died here. That's okay. the same idea here though. Any thoughts? Any thoughts in your position? Well, your team is resetting, right? So you expect them to kind of
Mm.
respond later. It's gonna be soon, like now. Okay. What are your options for your position?
I could push forward behind Tracer, so I'm a little closer to the cart. And it's still kind of high ground. Um, I could maybe go toward, I think that's the subway, but that's pretty far, so maybe not.
Hmm.
Um, or maybe to the west. There's like a little set of stairs there to the west, so I could kind of like maybe hide there around that
Hmm.
corner.
Yeah, I think you can try. You can try. It might be well. Taking a little bit. You gotta be careful with the. Let's say if I'm here, for example, but then you need to be careful when going to the open, so you'll not get noticed. Yeah, you because you need to be patient again, absorbing the attention when it matters. When the most of the enemy they able to do sorry when most of your team they able to do something, that's when you need to apply pressure. So you definitely keep an eye on that, how your rotation looks like. Yeah, maybe using this train here. Yeah, so I'm staying hidden. If my team they're not doing something, I just take my time and set up, always valuable. Maybe you
Mm,
can also get on elevator, go up here and just stand at this high gun. But it's always lean towards 180. Think where can you go? Sometimes it's not possible, but it's alright. It's alright. You can
mm,
you can be creative. You can definitely be creative. Take maybe 90 angle. See if there's opportunities for you. But yeah. Okay. So you actually did okay here. You see, like, by the way, what you do is 180. What's really really beneficial because you attack the enemy from the back and you might even boop somebody in your team sidelines, like you did with this Anna in a way. You kind of
mm,
expose her a little bit more towards this window, and that's why this Anna
mm,
she actually dies pretty fast because there's
mm,
Baptiste. I think there was Baptiste. I'm pretty sure he was shooting the Anna. Wait, let me see. Right, so it's just yeah, it says you was pointing in that direction there. Yeah. So it's like still does the pressure. Definitely, you did execute it quite well here. Just with the
mm.
with the pressure on the other two. Yep. Okay. So it's this. Well, and oh, maybe let's see. Is there any other example? Yeah, so yeah, all of this when you frontline, you don't want to do that. Yeah, so you really invest in the setup first. So if I'm doing this, what is my setup idea? Even in the middle of the fight, okay, based on where my team is, where do I go? Yeah, where do I go? So this is I'm leaning towards 180 angle. Yeah, even here, what are your options? Even in the middle of the fight, what are the options? So instead of attacking face to face,
Mm.
where do you go?
I could go to my right.
Yep.
So the enemy team is maybe forced to look that way a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
Um,
I think might be one of the best options. Maybe even just hold this corner and kind of let them walk as well. But yeah, you can be definitely more active if they take advantage of your mobility. I think definitely experiment around that, see if it works.
mm,
How it works for you. Mm,
mm,
seeing more opportunities to be proactive. I go to the right. Maybe take this position. Maybe go up. Yeah, I think all of these options are pretty good, but definitely don't fight face to face. Yeah,
mm,
try to avoid that.
mm,
Okay. I'm thinking what else we can add. Well, maybe let's go over just a little bit of some warm up, so it's gonna be easier for you to implement all these habits. It's just more mechanical. But yeah,
mm.
do you have any kind of warm up at this point of time?
No, I don't. I just play some quick play. That's it.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. That's okay. Well, I, ideally, because you want to increase effectiveness of your practice, maybe what you can do is just invest more time instead of doing quick play. try to do something what's called Vaxta. Maybe I think it's really beneficial because the main point of warm up is really to just get your mechanics right. It's not like you can warm up your decisions or your position. It's not really something you should be thinking about as much during the warm up.
Mm,
Just put your attention towards the mechanics. So I usually suggest do this. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. You click play, and then you go custom games, and then click all games here. Click create, and then go on here, import code. And you can type in Vaxta. Okay, I'm gonna save this code for you. Actually, just write down.
mm,
Okay, it's gonna be in the tasks here. Warm up. Okay, warm up. Do Vaxta, and it's gonna be 15, 20 minutes before each game session. Yeah, this is what you can do. I think yeah, if you're able to do it consistently, it should be quite beneficial with all the same. And your idea is just gonna show you. Okay. So for example, because you run Diva, you play Diva quite a lot. You just click Diva, and then you click Start Warm Up, and then try to track these characters a little bit more. Try to make sure you land most of your shots, most of your abilities on them. So what you need to be really practicing is your combo. Yeah, I want to make sure that I land the shots and your shift with rockets. So it's kind of looks like ideally I wanna do this and then execute them with my rockets. Sorry, I actually have this some skip in there, but it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have the proper mouse setup. It's like I have some skipping there with the aim, but
mm,
it's still the main point. Try to make sure that you land most of your abilities on them. Yeah, try to be as precise as possible. Try to get close, and work on your trigger discipline, I guess. So you
mm,
shoot when it matters. So I shoot kind of when I know I can be confident with my aim. Like maybe I take my time. So for example, there, if I know the surgeon is strafing, yeah, if I know it's gonna be difficult for me to aim at surgeon, I just take my time instead of shooting instantly. I think you need to, well, as a diva, of course, you can constantly shoot, but still, yeah, making sure your cross is in the right place is maybe
mm,
can be quite beneficial in this warm up. I just can
mm,
uh take my time, yeah, like make sure my cross is on the target, shoot. Make sure cross in the target, shoot. Yeah. So this way you train trigger discipline, and specifically for rockets, it's really important. Yeah. So I'm like
mm,
can do it precisely. Yeah. All of this, all the same in. So kind of looks like this. I go in, maybe like do the booster rocket, and then do the shooting as well.
mm.
Okay. Yeah, this is your warm up. Do you have any
Mm.
questions about this?
I don't think so.
Okay, no questions about the warm up. Okay. Let's see then what we covered today. We can go with that and then maybe discuss what we can do next with you. Uh, yeah, so we got quite a lot of quite a lot of things today. But yeah, if we would summarize, what are the ideas you need to be paying attention to so far? Mm.
Yeah, so definitely I think like I'm getting a little bit more understanding on like what to do with the information because I think like during the game when you told me to like look at
Hmm.
where my team are, like I never like I would look at them, I'd be like, okay, they're there, and then it would
Hmm.
like give me absolutely nothing. But now I think I'm understanding more, like where they are versus where the enemy team is, and then kind of where I need to be. Um, I think I'm like really used to playing games where like if I'm alone, I
Hmm.
die really fast.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna be like kind of I'm gonna be pretty afraid of doing like the whole like 180 degree because I feel like I'm gonna be alone pretty much most of the time.
That's okay.
Um, but I can definitely like keep trying that out and just kind of learning how I can, I guess, soak up the attention.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Um, yeah, so I can give that a try for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So yeah, but this is really important because your idea is thank you absorbing the attention. If you do it in the right space, then should be okay. It should be alright to you. And we're just gonna be watching first. We're gonna be doing the scouting, looking at one, understand what the enemy team do. Okay, kind of scout what maybe press tab. Yeah, check before the fight where they're gonna, mm, what are the characters they run, and then you can check where they're gonna be as well. Because of it, yeah, you constantly reminding yourself because you press and tab. Another thing, you can
Mm-hmm.
check your team, okay, where they are, and then identify the area, yeah, the area of the fight. Now you can also do this. Yeah, so this way you anticipate the yeah. Once you look at your team, anticipate the area of the fight. This is good. Mm-mm-mm. I think keep an eye on when you're scouting. Yeah, so like this is here. It's like more of a what we scout for. Yeah, what we scout for. Now, when you scout, it's the moments of downtime. Okay, so what are the specific moments of downtime? When do you have downtime? Let's put it this way. What's your thoughts?
Usually it's before a fight, I guess, is actually engaged. Um, I guess after a fight finishes. Um, yeah, I would say those times.
Yep. So let's write it down. You're gonna be scouting before before the fight. If you're in the middle of the fight, then what? Then how do you? Yeah, when do you scout? When you're in the middle of the fight? Yep.
Um, my habit right now when I'm in a fight is just kind of looking at the back line and seeing if anyone gets low.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know if that's like the most effective.
Yeah, but what
Um,
was the moment of downtime? Remember on maybe our Junker Queen. So there was Junk City. Yeah. Uh, what was the moment of downtime? Remember? Um.
oh yeah, like
mm,
when they were like in the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess yeah, I could have flown around the pit and kind of
Yeah.
repositioned.
Yeah. But so what is the trigger? The general trigger for you then?
The general trigger
Yeah.
to reposition. Oh, checking out like where the fight is gonna be.
No. When you scout, yeah, like how do you understand that that was the moment of downtime, right? So like, why we able to like reposition? Yeah, it's because your team they're
It
not
was
able to do pressure, right? Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and the enemy team they were pretty far away too.
Yeah. So if your team is not able to do something, then it's again the good moment for you to scout. Usually when you can't do active pressure, if it's that the case, again, good trigger for you to scout, and once you're done scouting again, it leads to proper setup after. Yep. So I think
Mm-hmm.
this is really important. Uh, Something to keep an eye on with where you scout as well. Mostly try to scout when you're behind cover. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. This is gonna be enough, I think, to just be precise. Yeah, maybe you behind the cover, like we mentioned, being patient. All of this. Once you have this cover, you scout around that so nobody's able to shoot you, and then you're able to set up later. I think this is gonna be working quite well. Okay. And so our big next step is then making sure you really, yeah, you really set up and able to fight. Yeah, you able to fight properly. Okay. It's remember we're on 180 angle. We're taking short range position as well. And yeah, I guess the the only question is when you start attacking the enemy, what what was again the main part? Yeah, what's important about when you start attacking the enemy? What do you need to look for?
What do I need to look for?
Yeah.
Um,
What was the mistake maybe right at the start? A junk city. We started attacking the Winston, remember? What was the mistake?
the my team wasn't ready.
Yep, yep. So you gotta check if team is active. Yeah, they able to do something. Be active as well. I'm gonna put it this way. Um, What was the exception from this rule?
To the team members being ready.
Yeah. Yeah, is there any specific time when you can attack no matter what?
Maybe when they're isolated.
Yeah, yep. I think that's enough. It's gonna be enough for you. There's quite a lot already. Yeah, so we just gonna be doing this really, checking your team or attacking if somebody's isolated. That's it. That's gonna be
Mm.
enough. It's just once you've done the setup. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. This is good. For the next time, let's do maybe more talk about autopilot. We can discuss this more in depth because there's something you mentioned, just sometimes kind of maybe tunnel vision, maybe still it's difficult for you to break all these habits. We can discuss some other strategies, whatever can help you to break this. Do not autopilot as much in the match.
Mm.
I think something else, going over angle control a little bit more. So all of this 180 short range setup, yeah, definitely we're gonna be going over that more. How to like maintain angles a little bit longer, but try this out for now. See how it works. And this should be good. Yeah, really. I think for the next time, probably yeah, we will
Mm.
discuss this even more. Okay, yeah, do you have any specific questions about today then? Anything, yeah, anything.
Um, Not too much. I guess like whenever if the enemy has like say a tracer or a sombra that's like being really disruptive, like in our back line,
Mm-hmm,
like should I turn around and try and deal with them?
mm-hmm. If they're isolated, then you can, but usually your priority always should be patient and set up your own pressure. So this is really important. You
Mm.
need to be patient, attack later, make sure, yeah, as a general mentality, make sure you are proactive. Make sure
Mm.
you're able to set up your own pressure, and maybe if you do, then Sombra is gonna be distracted with you, and she will not get to your backline in the first place. I
Mm.
think
Mm.
that is something you can take advantage of. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
100%. Okay, so it's this. I- any other questions?
Ah. Mm. That might be it for now.
Okay. So I'm just writing all of this down then, and the summary. Let me explain how it works. Okay, one